Ever since Dragon Ball Z took the West by storm, it seems animators of Western cartoons have taken any opportunity they could to show off their inner otaku, whether they be tiny details in the backgrounds of their show, or dedicate an entire episode to all things Japanese. Western cartoonists have made sure that their creations contain a lot of anime Easter eggs. They want to show their love of anime by including these Easter eggs, and we get tickled when we catch a reference to our favorite anime. It's a win-win. So tell me, how many of these did you notice when you were a kid? Do you remember any of these? Did you ever catch on to them? Anyway, without further ado, on with the list. 12 Western cartoons that reference anime. Note, this video will not include series that are inspired by anime altogether, such as Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Teen Titans, or similar series that try and emulate the style of anime. Just series that, aren't really like anime, but include a few references here and there. Number 1. The Simpsons. After maintaining popularity for around 30 years, it's not totally surprising that a few of the people who've worked on The Simpsons are also pretty big anime fans. As proof, the show has featured not one, but 2 anime-inspired couch gags. The first one comes in the 5th episode of Season 15, wherein Homer is seen dressed as Ultraman, Marge as June of Science Ninja Team Gatchaman, Lisa as Sailor Moon, Bart as Astro Boy, and Maggie as Pikachu. Another couch gag comes from Treehouse of Horror 25. Maggie keeps her Pikachu appearance, however Homer is now dressed as Zoro from One Piece, Marge as Matsumoto from Bleach, Lisa as Mikasa from Attack on Titan, and Santa's Little Helper is Haku's dragon form from Spirited Away. Not to mention, the episode 30 Minutes Over Tokyo references the banned Porygon episode of Pokemon. The joke focuses on the family watching the episode, which is known to cause seizures, and pretty much the whole family starts having a seizure, except Homer, who joins in just for the fun of it. Although the series they're watching more resembles Transformers, or Gundam, than it does Pokemon. Number 2. South Park. South Park actually features 3 episodes dedicated to anime. Good Time with Weapons, Shinpokomon, and Tweak X Craig. Good Times with Weapons has the boys buying weapons and playing ninja, with several scenes that look like they were ripped right out of an anime. Shinpokomon focuses more on the trading card game craze brought on by Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!, more than the actual anime itself, but it's still a pretty unique concept. Lastly is Tweak X Craig. The episode Tweak X Craig centers on yaoi, or boys love if you're not an otaku, and its fanatical female fandom. The episode even features yaoi-style fan art of Tweak and Craig's fabricated romance. They actually asked for fan art for this episode. Boy, South Park's creators really go above and beyond, don't they? Needless to say, it's a pretty cool episode, but a bit of an oddball concept altogether. Number 3. Codename Kids Next Door. The Codename Kids Next Door episode, Operation Archive, features a quick little cameo from Pokemon's Ash Ketchum. The young trainer, or maybe it's a cosplayer, who knows, is spotted amongst the audience of a packed auditorium. It's a really quick cameo, so it's kind of a blink and you'll miss it type thing. However, the episode Operation Report goes one step further, as number 4's school report is an unmistakable parody of Dragon Ball Z. He pretty much resembles Goku, and he faces off against the delightful children from down the lane, who all resemble Frieza. All different forms of him, in fact. Number 4. The Fairly OddParents. The Fairly OddParents special, Channel Chasers, is a very unique one, as it's pretty much nothing but references. There's the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Tom and Jerry, the Simpsons, Rugrats. There's actually even a Speed Racer reference. And the main focus of the special is a show called Maho Mushi. I mean, one of the characters is shown wearing a scouter. Vicky and Timmy's costumes in the parody look very similar to Goku and Piccolo. Plus, there's also a giant mech battle at the beginning, so... Number 5. The Amazing World of Gumball. The Amazing World of Gumball Season 4 episode, The Fury, features an epic anime-style showdown between Gumball's mother and a mysterious figure from her past named Yuki. The sequence was animated by Studio 4C, creators of Genius Party and The Animatrix, and it's packed with anime references. I don't want to spoil them all for you, just watch it yourself. The biggest nod is unarguably to Dragon Ball Z. The fight features a Kamehameha-style energy wave, but there's also quite a few smaller touches littered throughout the sequence. For example, Nicole attributes her fighting style to two teachers, Hakuto, which is Kenshiro's fighting style from Fist of the North Star, and Konoha, which is the name of the village in Naruto. Number 6. Regular Show. The most blatant mecha reference comes in the opening credits of Regular Show, Brilliant Century Crisis Special. The opening mimics the opening of Neon Genesis Evolution, and goes so far as to parody the anime's theme song. And the plot of the episode is packed with giant robot battles fought around the moon, and references to landmark mecha anime like Gundam and Gurren Lagann. Number 7. Bob's Burgers. In the episode, An Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal, Bob's quest for a normal Thanksgiving is once again derailed. This time by a dream sequence brought on by excessive absinthe consumption. Bob's disassociative journey is one big reference to Studio Ghibli's My Neighbor Totoro, with his turkey taking on the role of the titular creature. Number 8. The Boondocks. Overall, the Boondocks is chock full of anime references. The art style is the general anime style. There's over-the-top battles, just like in Naruto and Dragon Ball. And the stories in this series are not exactly something you'd expect to see from an anime. But there are more than enough references to various anime to keep the average otaku happy. And the most commonly referenced anime in this series is Samurai Champloo. The Boondocks makes multiple references to the hip-hop inspired anime. I mean, there's the samurai-heavy opening of the first season, as well as the episode The Red Ball from the Samurai Champloo episode in which the gang learns how to play baseball. And the biggest nod, however, comes when Jin, one of the anime's main protagonists, stops by for a quick cameo and guess who's coming to dinner. Now, granted, he's traded in his traditional samurai garb for something a little more modern, but his face is unmistakable. Number 9. Horton Hears a Who. This is one of the more unnecessary ones on the list, because if there's anything a Dr. Seuss book needs, it's anime references. Yeah, there's a quick scene featuring Horton doing the Naruto run, and doing a Dragon Ball Z style Kamehameha. Yay. Well, this is really the only semi-enjoyable thing about any of the adaptations or remakes of Seuss stories. Seriously, that one anime scene, big-lipped alligator moment, it's like the only thing I remember from that movie. Number 10. Drawn Together. Comedy Central's Drawn Together takes a bunch of wacky, deranged characters, inspired by various animated properties, then dumps them in a Big Brother-style house together. Representing anime is the uncomfortably stereotypical Ling Ling, who is described as a battle monster. Visually, Ling Ling is pretty much an orange-reddish clone of Pikachu, complete with seizure-inducing flashes and an origin story that involves a young boy owner. Whereas Pikachu is Ash's Pokemon, Ling Ling is owned by Gash. Get it? It's a pun. Ha 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 ha. And Gash forces him to battle other monsters. Number 11. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is chock full of pop culture references, including several nods to anime and Japanese video games. Surprisingly, the biggest reference is hidden from sight most of the time. The constellation-shaped birthmark on Dipper's forehead happens to be identical to the birthmark that appears on Kenshiro's chest in Fist of the North Star. And finally, number 12, Robot Chicken. Being a sketch show, Robot Chicken makes reference to pretty much everything. And anime is no exception. The most notable example is Sailor Moon Confronted, which is a multi-part sketch spanning 3 different parts in this episode. But they all basically involve the main villain enjoying Sailor Moon's transformation a bit too much. Then is A Dragon Ball Christmas. It features Goku and his family preparing for Christmas, and being recruited by Santa Claus to face Composite Santa, who is a recurring villain throughout the series, and several other Christmas-themed bad guys. Also present are a couple references to another anime, a movie called Akira. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And did I miss one you wanted to hear about? Tell me below. Thank you for watching. This has been the Blockinator.